playing field, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing the ball left, dishing the ball right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards from Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop. Let's do it.
I got this deal. Defense.
Simmons.
All right, let's do this.
Simmons into the front court. Down just a couple. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
Lillard to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Lillard to Harden.
Cut it.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. It's Harden. James Harden. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
For 3. Smothering D. To James. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Simmons with it. Down 3. To Oladipo.
Screen.
To Drummond. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Get back.
To Jokic. LeBron James. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
I got him.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
2 for 2 on that trip. Into the front court comes Simmons. 5-point game.
Screen coming left. Screen coming.
And finishes strong.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's prime city.
Harden to Lillard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good as he finishes off the 3-point play. They're back within a bucket. James into the front court. He'll run the offense to Harden. Andre Drummond. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
My ball.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Lillard to Harden. James Harden. 3 for 4. Good start.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Down 2. Fires the 3.
Number 23, LeBron James.
goes down. It's a second. One more coming. Knocks down all three at the line. LeBron into the front court. Down a point. Harden to James. James Harden looking good. 4 for 5.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
And he throws it down. Andre Drummond with the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
4-3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First free throw is good. Second and 3, got it. And he hits all 3 free throws. Westbrook across the timeline, trailing by 4. Harden can't go down, smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Andre Drummond sends it away. Harden. It was right there. Kawhi Leonard with the block.
That kid can block out the sun.
I'm here. I got ball.
Pascal Siakam sends it away. And that one is out. Time for some new personnel into the game. George couldn't keep it in. Out off Victor Oladipo. Paul George.
That's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Anthony Davis tips it. Pascal Siakam with the interception. George. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got it all good.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Ball.
It's Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot. They'll let one fly from half court. That's all for this entertaining first quarter of the NBA All-Star Game. Jay and I return after this. You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. 1 quarter down, and Jay, you know both.
All right, let's bring the fire. Let's bring the fire to him.
Anthony Davis able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down.
Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down, Ed, when you come into my town.
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
Giannis with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen.
Here comes the screen.
To Simmons. Embiid. Joel Embiid. 3 for 6 now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself, when you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Leonard to Davis. Kawhi Leonard. Wide open, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I'm sorry, his name is not John Wall or Russell Westbrook. So why is he getting a free pass down the entire length of the floor?
To Westbrook. Down low for Davis. Giannis grabs the board. Simmons with it. His guys can hold for the final shot. 19-footer at the buzzer. Simmons with a shot. No good. We are at halftime. What's been a hard-fought battle so far. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to G. Tight game through the first 2 quarters.
When we start, let's do it. Catch up, baby.
Pascal Siakam rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The big fella, Andre Drummond. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Now it's Harden at the controls. To Leonard. They go down to Davis. Able to convert inside. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
To Davis.
I got this.
Can't miss those. Simmons into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Ben Simmons. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Leonard. They'll get it down to Davis. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Oh, good offense beating good defense.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Oladipo into the front court. His team on top by 8. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Westbrook to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Won't go down. Oladipo goes to the left side. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Westbrook with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. With James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Lets it fly from long range. Shakes free and hits.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Andre Drummond swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Good shot.
Here comes the screen. Leonard to Harden. To Leonard. From long range. Swallowed up by Drummond.
I'll let you back.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Nothing going here on that drive. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they will get together and talk things over.
Match up.
Harden to Leonard. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Leonard knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Simmons. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Short jumper won't go down.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
Offensive rebound. James Harden pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball.
I got ball.
Especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensive.
Count the basket at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder in the defensive end.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from it close, no good. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I know I've seen this many times in various mixtapes. Add that one to the list, too.
Westbrook to Davis. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. And a nice finish at the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Harden. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Late heat to beat the buzzer. Fourth quarter getting underway as it's team.
All right, let's do this. I got ball. Right.
Harden to Jokic. And throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead.
Locked up, boy.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, that's how it's done.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Pick up.
Paul George with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
James Harden. Russell Westbrook with the slam.
We call that Beastbrook. But why are you so angry all the time, man?
Jay, he's just taking out his anger on the rim.
I feel that way every time I broadcast with you.
Buries it.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
To George. Deep two there. Won't go.
Way to work. Hello. I got him. Trap.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch. And that's what we're seeing tonight.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
Ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, and you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul network.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither.
This out. I like this double team right now.
To Butler. For three. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Jokic to Harden. 5 seconds to shoot. Harden to Westbrook. Has a look. Chance for Westbrook. No good. Butler into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. James Harden snatching it out of the air. Westbrook with it. He'll run the offense. To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic, guarded by Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler! Huge block!
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good.
And a putback slam.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Runner here, won't go. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. count the bucket for two.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer's good. Not the greatest show of sportsmanship in already contentious battle.
The East All-Stars won this matchup.
The All-Star Game MVP.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.